Hey everybody, this is Mark the KC Realtor here. I just wanted to drop a video for you guys. Another gym as we're gonna do it in a different platform as we are gonna do it in a Zoom platform today. So the reason why I wanted to do that though is because I want to share information. Obviously, that's what I do is I try to help. But we share information, but a lot of times people don't share you information with graphs. They don't give you the charts. They don't give you the data. So I wanted to give you the data. Okay. So I'm here today to give you the data so you can see it yourself. So you guys get the market update straight from the horse's mouth. I got a presentation straight from the National Association of Realtors, and it's going to just give you the 2023 market update so you guys can see it and so you guys can see the numbers. Um, Share with me here as I share this screen with you, and we do this. As like I said, this is all new, but we're going to get through it. So hopefully I can, you guys can see my screen. Like I said, this is the home front NAR 2023 update. It's come straight from the Realtors legislature meetings, okay? So, straight from the horse's mouth, Lawrence Young is the chief economist of the NAR in Washington, D.C. So, that is who put this together for you guys, letting you guys know they have raised the interest rates. Everybody knows this is nothing new. Don't act like this is a shock. But it goes through and gives you a graph of tightening up the Federal Reserve policy. And it goes and gives you the numbers and the data from 2019 to 2023. As you can see, it's going to go here, it drops, and this is where the market was booming. Everybody's like, yay, oh, this is what it is. We're killing it. Oh, 2%, 3%, yeah. And it's like, no, yeah. And rates started going back up. Now we're back at, you see where we're at? 5%, right? You see where it was before that, right? 2, and it dropped down to where, man, people was like, man, we just doing just ridiculous stuff. Those days are gone, folks. They're gone. Never coming back. I don't want to say never, but I doubt they will ever come back. Definitely won't be coming back no time soon. So for those that's on the fence talking about, maybe interest rates going to drop again, man, you should have got in right here. When we were telling you back then to get in and y'all didn't believe us then, now y'all believe us because now we're up here, right? It is what it is. We're still historically low, folks, 5%. When your parents and grandparents was buying property, they was at 10, 15%. They still bought homes. It didn't stop them. Why are y'all freaking out and thinking it's just such a crazy market right now and it's stopping you? We're at 5%, people. 5%. Come on now. We got to get back in the game. Quit believing all the nonsense that everybody's trying to tell you. Okay? Come on now. Inflation. It's calming down already. It's calming down. Yes, inflation was kicking our butts for a while. And it's still kicking some people's behind. But it's coming down. So it shows you the percent change from a year ago. Shows you the fluctuation. Where we're right here, 2.5, come down, which that's where they want it to be. Come down here, bam, then woo-wee, 6, 8, 9, 10. Now it's back down to woo. We can breathe a little bit. We're back down almost 4% inflation. Okay, that is good. That's good for the economy. We don't want to see all that inflation. All right, so it just gives you another graph from the COVID, and then from the 1970s, and it just shows you through the 40-year period. This is the 40-year run. Okay, look at what the inflation was doing. 1980, 1982. And then look, from 83 on down, all the way up to 2008, we was chilling, 4 or 5%. Okay? So then we went up and we peaked, and then now we're right back around about, where we were in 2008. Okay? 5%. Don't be reading into that talking about, oh, 2008, does that mean we're going to crash again? No, I'm just telling you, that's where we are. We're right about where we were right here. You see 2009, that's where we were. So we're right back to where we almost were then. Yes, we dropped, and it fluctuates, but we're not that far off, folks. We're getting back to a stable market. Okay. Here's the kicker: rents, and I say this, rents have not gone down, folks. They continue to go up. And if you're in my area, in the Midwest, Kansas City, we're top 5 in the country for rent increases. Our rent increases went up like 8% or something like that last year, in 1 year. 1 year went up 8%. I don't know, a couple years ago, I think it went up like 14%. I'm telling you, rents aren't going to get cheaper, right? Due to the prices. People paying more, so in return, you renters are going to pay more. So that's why I said single family home and rents, they haven't gone down. Look at the prices. But you say you want to wait, right? This is where it was, 2019. And here it was. We're like, hey, get in, get in, get in, get in. Y'all didn't get in. Here we are again, and going up. What is that telling you? It's going up, folks. Rent's going up, prices going up. What's your alternative? Let's gonna wait. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait. All right, we're gonna wait. We're gonna be up to 10%. It's gonna be up to 10% change. I told you just where we were. That's where we're heading. I don't see it changing no time soon. Y'all better get in. Obviously, the country's having issues due to the lack of construction, so the lack of new builds. So they're trying to change that. So here's the numbers reflecting that. If you want to look at it, I got all this information as well. I can share this with you. Shoot me an email. I'll shoot you the whole dang PowerPoint. Okay. But I'm not going to touch on it. But yes, lack of building is due to lack of inventory. And, it's a domino effect. Okay. This one says extra tightening monetary policy. Okay. 1 million deposits at 0% interest rate. Bank invest into 1 million. 1 million. Bank invest in 1 million into the safe assets at 2% rate. That's 20,000%, or $20,000 profit, right? So say they need to pay interest rate of 2, 3, 4 to attract deposits at 1 million in old assets at that 2% rate. Losing money, folks. So needing to sell the asset because they're losing more money, right? So it's telling you what these banks are doing. Regional banks do not have enough capital. Regional banks do not have enough money to lend right now. So temporarily, the feds will swap out at the original $1 million to help banks meet their deposit. They got to meet their quota. They got to meet the debt. They got to pay people. They got to pay people. So it's making it harder for you to get loans because banks are tightening up. This is what this means for you buyers. Banks are tightening up. That doesn't mean you can't qualify. It just means if you are qualified, get in right now. And it means if you're on the verge of being qualified, tighten up your ship a little bit. So that way, when you do go out here and apply, that you're good. Because they're going to run you through the ringer. Because they're tightening up ship. But we got the other side of the coin where they are loosening some things. But when it comes to the banking side, they're trying to tighten up shit. They don't want you to buy a home right now, folks. While regional banks bought the government, boom, right? This is just talking about the borrowing, talking about the bonds. Okay. Everybody knows, real estate market is all in, inflation, the debt, all this goes back to bonds. The inflation rate, all that. Interest rate, it all goes back to bonds. That could be another video in itself, as I'm learning more about these bonds and how this government and these bonds is affecting the market. Okay. We're going to skip over the taxes because I will confuse you if I went over that today right now. Here's the national debt. It's at 31 trillion right now. Debt. That's how much the country owes. Debt. But they still want to keep printing money. All right, that's another video in itself as well. Housing market held by the lack of inventory. Here it is. They're telling you right now in bold print, lack of inventory. That's what I was speaking of. Weaker home sales, existing home sales below pre-COVID, but stabilizing or a modest recovery. You see this big dip right here where we were on freeze. We recovered, came up, then we dropped again below. Now we're starting to recover and come back up again. Okay. We're about at 4,500. I mean, 4.5 million. I'm sorry, about 4.5 million home sales. Okay. So we're starting to recover. The market's starting to stabilize. This is what I'm talking about. See, it's another graph just telling you it's back to almost pre-COVID. Everybody's all freaking out. We're almost getting back to where we were, folks. Just hang tight. Hang in there. We're almost there. But I'm just saying, as far as interest rates go, we're not going to get back there. Okay? Inventory still low. New homes, they're high because they're starting to try to build. Everybody's learning. We got to build to get out of this little crisis that we're in. But the inventory is still low. Okay? Median home price, this is across the country. You know, we're in the Midwest, but this is across the country right now. It's telling you the median home price in this country is almost $350,000. A little while ago, it was $400,000, the average median home price. Does that tell you something? Does that mean they want you to buy a house? The average home is almost $500,000. What? They don't want you to buy, so buy. You should always do what they don't want you to do when it comes to the government. That means you're winning. But we're in the Midwest, so, you know, ours is a little bit lower. We're down over here about 200, 250. So that's the beautiful thing about the Midwest, and that's why everybody comes here to buy property, because you can buy it cheap. I'm telling you. But people here don't realize it and be like, oh, it's so expensive to buy a home. What? What? You can buy a house almost $200,000 more than what the average person in this country can. And you want to talk about it's expensive. Better quit playing around. You can even get one nice one for $150. Get your ducks in a row, folks. Housing wealth gain by the race and ethnicity. Here's the gaps. We get to the gaps, showing the race disparity and the gaps. So here you see it. But this is what we gained, right? 90,000, 140,000, 109,000. Look, they gaining. Gaining. 10 years, 115, 239, 162 for the Hispanic. 15-year bubble. Since year 2007, 107, which is good. 174 though, amazing, boy. I'm telling you, we got to do something to change this gap, folks. I can give you some more numbers that woo, it's bad. And I'm going to show you, it gets bad. Overall wealth comparison between owners and renters. They want you to be a renter forever. They don't want you owning. This is some reason why, right? This is the reason why. Look at this. Look at this. And look at this. I can go on and on this video today. I'm not trying to be too long on here, but if you don't take nothing else from this video, take a look at this right here. People that own their homes. This is how much wealth they have. Renter, this is what you have. Because you don't own anything. What is this 6,300? What is that? That's your wealth. So that's what? Maybe your car? You don't even own that. We don't own anything, people. $320,000 worth of wealth for people that own a home versus $8,000. People that don't, and they're renting. And y'all want to sit here and talk about, I want to keep renting, but y'all say y'all getting to the bag. Change this, and you will change your bag scenario. We don't just preach this just to preach it, folks. Here's numbers. Home ownership is the gateway to wealth. Look at that. That's why they don't want you to have it. Hope y'all paying attention. Here's another one. This is just from the census. It's higher now compared to pre-COVID, but home ownership rate by race. Look where we're at, folks. Look at where the blacks, look where we're at compared to everybody else. We got to change this picture. All right, we got to change this picture. This just shows the price and decline in the country, where, the locations of people, it's declining. Here's the gains, right? Midwest, Oklahoma City, Dayton, Midwest. I'm telling you, that's where it's at, right? 3-year job gain since pre-COVID. So we're just going to talk about the job levels a little bit, job growth. Obviously, that affects, if you can afford a home. Here in Kansas and Missouri, 1.42%. Look at that compared to the rest of the country. There's a 1.4% change from March 20 to March 2023. 2% change in employment. Okay? That's where we're at. Strong buying activity on starter homes. 28% to getting multiple offers. 60% of homes sold within a month. We're right around 30 days for the average days home on market. It's going to take about 30 days for your home to sell, right? But 60% of these homes sold within a month. So within 30 days, right? But that's only if you do all the correct things to get your home sold and marketed properly. Okay? We got price reductions. They are occurring. Distressed properties, we're cleaning them up. Wholesalers, investors are starting to buy these distressed properties. We're cleaning them up. So you better get in where you fit in. Because we're cleaning them up. It's a lot more distressed properties out there. Okay? I'm going to skip through some of this because, I don't think some of it's relevant. Obviously, it is to the overall picture, but I don't want to have too much time on this today so you guys lose interest. Okay? I've normally high spread between 10-year treasury. See, some of this stuff will go over your head. Okay? But these are the things that I was trying to tell you. And that's why I say you need to get in now. You need to start buying now, people. You need to start investing in yourself, investing in your wealth. And it very much can start with home ownership. So that's my quick video today. Hopefully it wasn't too long. But I want you guys to see how important it is for you to start owning your home. You got to start owning something in this land, in this lifetime. Own some land, own some property, own something. And I'm just going to keep stressing it. I'm going to keep stressing it. Okay? We got to start having ownership. If you want to get somewhere, if you want to level up, start owning something. All right? Start with owning a home. Reach out if you got any questions. We'll get you there. It's time to start leveling up, folks. We got to start getting to the bag. As my man Mark says, let's start thinking and growing together, and let's stay dangerous, people. All right? Stay safe, stay blessed. Peace, like I always say.